Hi guys, welcome back. My name's Karen, although I otherwise go as Crafty Emerald, and I hope you're having a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Today, I thought I'd bring you the second part of my 4 kit unboxing for you today. I've got a total of 4 kits come in over the past couple of days. I thought I'd split them up to make things a bit easier for you guys, a bit more manageable. So I've already unboxed my 2 round kits, and I've got these 2 kits to show you. As you can see, they're both square by the blue, and they're both quite big kits as well. Okay, so I may be able to get them all in the frame, I may not. Okay, now one of them is a restock from Black Friday. The other one is a new release from about 2 weeks ago. Okay. But what I'm going to do the new release first, which is this one. So let me move this one out the way. What I normally do, I'll do a toolkit from this one first, and then I won't worry about it with the second one, because now all the toolkits for DAC are the same. Okay. This one, which is quite a big girl. This one's the new release. Okay. And you'll have to forgive me if I get it wrong, but I think it's Mielikki, okay, Lady of the Forest, by Riikka Sophia Reikkinens, okay. Now I apologise if I got any of those names wrong in any way, okay. She is a 22.6 by 32.7 inch, or 65 by 82.9, okay. So she's quite long, okay. And she's a blue box, which means she's a square, which you can tell by that square on the box as well. Okay. There is a bit of a closer up of the image. Okay. And then I can turn her around. She's quite heavy. This box is quite heavy. Okay, so she's got 60 colours as well. She's got 1 electro and 5 fairy dust. Okay. So no ABs with this one. You can add your own if you wish. It's the same with all the others. If you've got fairy dust you want to add, then by all means go for it. But she's got total diamonds of 86,913. Okay, so I'll put it down because she is quite a heavy girl. And before I open them up, you've also got, if it'll focus, thank you very much. You've also got it on the bottom of the box as well. Okay. Coincides with the new releases, new boxes they've got. They'll always put it on the end for you, make it a bit easy if you see, if you're a bit like me, and just stack them on the floor. Okay, let's pull this out. Okay, so you've got your toolkit at the bottom there. Got this nice sturdy sleeve that the boxes now come in. Okay, for a minute. And here's your toolkit. Okay, so pop that up out of the way. I'll go through this kit real quick, just to show you what you get. Okay. So you've got Maggie's. Okay. You won't have enough to kit up, but you'll have enough to store spares or something if you store spares like I do. You got a tray, okay. Now this one is one of the larger trays, obviously because she's a larger kit. Smaller kits will have smaller trays, but they're just exactly the same. Just a bit of a size difference to coincide with the size of the kit, okay. So you got a stopper, okay. You got a lid as well. Oh, you're not even in the frame, are you? So as you can see, it's quite secure. Okay. Inside, I'll show you the inside since I've got it open, but you've got a pad of wax there, okay, which is a relatively new thing. Ooh, she says dropping it. Pad of wax, okay, which is a relatively new thing for DAC. You used to have putty. You may still get putty, depending on when the kit was manufactured, okay. You've also get a pad of the heart-shaped wax that DAC is known for, and you have a 7-placer, okay. Nice thin 7-placer. I'm one of these ones that actually prefers the plastic ones. I find they're a little bit more flexible. Some people will go for the everlasting ones. Some people single place. I actually don't mind using these. I have a great big hoard somewhere of 7 and 4 places from DAC's kits that I keep hold of. 4 and a 7 is one of the more common ones I use. So let me try and get this lid back in. She says, fine with it. There we go. Okay, and then you have the pen as well. You just hide in the bag. So you got your twist and pick pen. Okay, you got your 4-placer on the end. Okay, it's got you preloaded with wax already. Okay, you got your brass tip as well. Again, the brass tip is another newish feature as well. They used to have the brass tips separately at first. When they first brought these out, they were plastic tips with the brass tips as a spare, if you like. But people had trouble with them breaking, so the DAC listened to feedback and changed it to the bronze. Okay, so I'll put this back all tucked up safely, and then I'll show you guys the legend. If I can get this, I am still here, don't worry, I'm closing the I apologise, I'm trying to make sure it's all safe and sturdy next to me so things don't fall. Okay, so you've got the kit there, okay, and you've got your little envelope. Okay, now that holds your schematic. Okay, the little legend. Okay, so you've got to thank you for your purchase. You've got your social media bits there. I'll show you in a minute properly when I open it up. Okay, so open it up, and you also get a trading card. Okay, now this one is a bronze. If it will focus, you can tell because it's got a different pattern around the edge. Okay, you've got 4 different levels when it comes to the cards. You've got bronze, silver, gold and black. Okay, bronze being the most common, black being the most rare. Me personally, I've got mostly bronzes. I think everyone has. Got a couple of silvers, 1 gold, 1 black, I think. But you get a certain combination of these cards. Okay, I don't know if it'll focus. My camera doesn't like these cards today. But you may just be able to see it under Treasure Quest cards. It says bronze there. Fortunately, the camera's not focusing enough to. Come on, thank you. To be able to see it properly. Fortunately. Come on. No, it's not having it today, is it? But no, you get a certain combination of these cards. Okay. So I think you get a certain combination of bronze, silver, and gold. You scratch off that code there, go to that QR code, and you can redeem your codes for gift cards or custom. Okay, the black cards stand on their own, I believe, because of the rarer ones. They stand on their own. So you collect a certain number of black cards, it will get you gift cards, customs, that sort of thing. With the other ones, you'll get a certain combination, and you'll get prizes and gift cards and stuff. Okay, but they are a pretty neat second rewards program. I'm one of these ones that actually enjoys collecting them just because they're so pretty. Okay, you can tell the different colour cards because of the type of border on the front and the back. Okay, I apologise if you hear a bit of noise. Okay, I've got my back door open because it's as warm as anything today. It's actually warming up a bit over here in the UK, so it's nice and warm. Okay, so this is the envelope that you've got. Okay, so you've got all your step-by-step instructions on the back. Okay, you got your tips and tricks there. You got your QR code for your Facebook group there. Okay, Once you've made your first purchase, scan that code and you can put a request in to join the group. You've just got to make sure that your email address for your Diamond Art Club account and your Facebook are the same, so that they can match your accounts. Okay, you got your kit contents down at the bottom. Okay, and you've got your QR codes for the app there, if it will unblur. Come on. No, this camera doesn't want to cooperate today, does it? I do apologise, guys. It's been a bit fickle with me today. But I do apologise, that was a door closing upstairs. Those QR codes will lead you to the app for the appropriate phone, so obviously iPhone, Android. If you order for the first time off of those apps, you can save 20%. This can either be if you're a first time purchaser, or, well, first time purchaser in general off the app, I suppose. It's even if you've brought off the website before. I mean, I had loads of kits brought off the site before, and I used the app and managed to get 20% off. I do apologise if you hear the door rattling upstairs. I've got the window open upstairs as well, because of it being warm over here today, so any noises you hear I will apologise for, whether it's rattling or noise from the garden. Okay, but here you have the little legend. Okay, so you got Mielikki, Lady of the Forest. Okay, Riikka Sophia Reikkinens. Okay, again, I do apologise if I'm butchering those somewhat rotten. Okay, you've got your Diamond Art Club, do what makes you sparkle. Okay, now these are all separate stickers. Okay, and you've got there we go, it's focusing now, it's a bit better, bit of a clear image for you. Okay, and you've got your start and end date, you've got the original artwork there, and you've got all the colours and details down at the bottom. Okay, and then you've got your colours all there, so you've got your 60 colours there. Okay, so that K that you see is the electro diamond, it's your metallic. Okay, and then those Z are your fairy dust. Okay, so I'll pop this to one side for a minute and we'll go through the canvas real quick. Go through the details of the canvas. Okay, so DAC always have it in their own branded dust bag, okay, to protect it from dust, dirt, that sort of stuff. Some people keep hold of the cover, some don't. I tend to keep hold of it until I'm getting ready to work on it, and then I'll get rid of it once I've kitted up the kit. Okay. So I'll get all this out. There we go. Oh, I apologise, I have knocked you again. Okay, let me just get this big box out of the way for a minute. Apologise for the rustle. Okay, and then we have a big bag of gels. Okay, so you can see there's quite a few brights in there. Okay, and right off the bat, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it because it's a lighter colour, but that is one of your fairy dust. Okay, you might be able to see it, you might not. With it being a lighter colour, it's a bit difficult to tell. But your Z is your mica powder. Okay, so your fairy dust, it's got a mica powder encased into the gels. Okay, it's not as in your face as what an AB might be. Okay, it's a bit more subtle, but it still gives you a shine. Okay, I will have a quick look. I'm not going to get them all out because I'll struggle to get them back in, and my OCD will kick up some rotten. Let's see, there it is. I also found, if you can see it, that there And I apologise for the rest of them. I don't know how well they're going to be able to see this, unfortunately. But that there is your metallic, okay? So you can see that gold coating on the drills. A bit difficult to see because of where it is in the packet, unfortunately, but that is your gold, okay? Your K444, okay? Bit of an awkward place in the drill packet, unfortunately. I don't really want to pull it out. Let's see if we can see any of the fairy. Yes, I don't think it can. Not any of the others, at least. But your fairy dust is the mica powder, so it has a bit more of a chocolate colour on it. Okay. It will shine, it just won't shine as much as say your AB will. Okay. I apologise for the rustle. I know people don't like that sometimes. And then we have your kit, okay? So DAC has their own material called tarpaulin, okay? Very soft sort of back into it. And it's very sturdy, very malleable, okay? So if my camera will cooperate with me, if it doesn't focus on anything in the background, you can see it's got poked and scalped edges, okay, that's to prevent fraying, okay. Turn it over and see the other side. So it's got dotted lines there, which means it's perforated, okay. That cover is perforated, okay, which I think is something that DAC have also patented, okay. It means that you can section it off. Okay, maybe a bit difficult for me to get hold of, I'm afraid, so I do apologise. This is quite a large girl, so it's quite a large kit. You can see there, just about see that they've got sections. Okay. I've only been doing it with the past few months where they've put a marking on the cover so you can see it a bit easier. Okay. But as you can see, the symbols are as clear as day, clear as anything. Okay. As you can see, it's just very sticky as well. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll it back a bit. Now, the canvases do lay flat pretty well on their own. It's one of the perks of tarpaulin, it does lay flat pretty well on its own. But doing this, rolling it back, won't hurt the canvas in any way. Because it is poured glue, okay? Oh, my things ripped. You can see there, so you can see where the section is. Look, I've accidentally just ripped my own colour. Luckily it's on the bottom, so it won't matter too much. But no, the canvases are poured glue, so rolling them back like this won't hurt them in any way. It just helps them lay flat a bit quicker. Okay. There, you've got your lifetime warranty at the bottom, okay? So if you have a problem with the canvas in any way, canvas itself, missing drills, you've run out of drills, fix up your drills, tiny hands, tiny paws have got onto them, you let them know and they'll try and help you in any way they can. You have to be the original purchaser of the kit, however. If you got the kit from a D-stash, the warranty is void, okay? So if you purchase the kit yourself, then you're fine, okay? But if you get it from a D-stash and you run out of drills, you'll have to find somewhere to purchase drills, go through stashes, that sort of stuff, okay? So you've got your social medias down there, you've got your discount code. I apologise, that was me bleating. Your discount code there as well, okay? Then you've got your information down there, okay? So Mielikki, Lady of the Forest, you've got the size details, you've got the name of the artist, okay? And that C as well means it's copyrighted, okay? So this is Riikka's original artwork, okay? She gave permission for this artwork to be used by DAC, okay? So she will get a commission as a result of that. So she gets paid. All of DAC's kits are copyrighted, okay? They're all working with artists and getting paid and paying them, okay? So here we go. She is a long girl, so you may not see the whole of her, fortunately. But she's a bit she's a bit wrinkled, but don't worry too much about the wrinkles. They will come out. It's just where the kit's been rolled up. Okay. So all you can do is like this, and then lay the cover back down, and it will help keep the canvas a bit flatter. And this is my Mielikki. Okay, I apologise for the rumble. You will have a bit of a glare, I'm afraid, because you are seeing this in natural daylight. Okay, this is my Mielikki, Lady of the Forest. Okay, now I believe this is from a Finnish history or something. I believe I do. Again, I apologise if I've got that wrong. I will apologise if I did get that wrong. But as you can see, it's quite big, so you can see all the detail in her armour pretty well. You can see the owl on her shoulder pretty well, and the two deer. Yeah, one's a doe, one's a buck, right at the back behind her. It's quite cool. Okay, I'm going to go through, have a quick look at where these drills might go. Okay, these special drills, okay. So you've got the metallic one, which is K444, which is like a double T, I suppose. The right side T and upside down T together. It's the only way I can think of that being. Okay, and you've got it in here, so you've got a little bit in here. A little bit's knocking around. It's mainly going to be sprinkled in her uniform by the look of it. There's not a massive amount there by the look of it. You've got a little bit along the side there. Yeah, I can't see much of it, to be honest with you. There's not a lot of it. So I'm quite surprised about it, to be fair. I thought it'd be a bit more in there, but it is obviously metallic, so it is quite bright, okay? Maybe missing a bit, so I do apologise if that's the case. But you've also got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fairy dust, okay? One is a turquoise, one is like a beige, another is a light orange, another's a green, another is a very light yellow, okay? So we're looking for a thick diagonal line, squiggly lines, a dash, an air, and an up arrow, okay? And straight away I am seeing the dash, okay, which is all around the owl and all around the doe, and a lot of the orange and the reflection of the buck as well, okay? You can see all this light orange here around the animals is all that fairy dust orange, okay? There's a little bit in the over there if you can see it, and there's a little bit sort of along here as well, okay? You've got a bit of the turquoise fairy dust sort of in the cloak that she's got, I suppose. I apologise for the rattling you can hear, but I think that looks like it's a little bit there as well. There's this squiggly, you can see a lot of like the tan beige bit in her armour, and the lighter bits of her armour. She's also got it in her hair as well, okay? The little N, you can see it in the leaves here. So any of the green leaves, the light green patches on the leaves you can see. Okay. So you got a little bit there and you got a little bit in this corner as well. Okay. And then the up arrow is like the very light yellow. You can see it in like the shadow, in the light patches behind her and the animals. Any light patches, light yellow you can see all in there. Okay. So she doesn't have much on her armour and herself per se in the way of these special drills. It's more they're on the outside of her, around the edge, supposed to draw attention to her herself. Okay, but there is quite a lot of them. Okay, you can see they're all sort of mainly sort of around the edges, sort of like the lighter colours, there's the light around like the animals at the back to make them pop. Okay, so that is my Leaky. Okay, I'll get her all kitted back up again and I will bring the second kit over if you give me 2 minutes. I will be right back. Hi guys, I'm back. I've got the final kit to show you today. Obviously this one is again another restock from Black Friday last year. Okay, this was another one I originally was humming and hawing about. And I thought, you know what, I had a look at the sneak peek of it and I thought, yeah, it's absolutely adorable. And by the time I decided that, by the time I got around to seeing the sneak peek, it had sold out. So it was wish listed. This came out the same time as Star Spirit did, which was one of the other kits I unboxed, okay, in another video I've just done, okay. Both of these videos will come up around the same time, so you'll see that one unboxed around the same time, because they all came in together, okay. This one is Bath Time by Yuumei Arts. Look at how cute that is. Okay, and my camera, shock of horrors, it's not cooperating again. So it is a bit blurry, I'm afraid, I do apologise. But it's a 25.6 by 40.9. So 65 by 103.8. Okay, so it's the same width, I believe, as my Leaky. Yeah. So she's the same width as my Leaky, she's just longer. Okay, so this one's a 103.8, okay. Again, you've got bits and bobs on the end, okay, the information on the end. You've got information on the side. Again, as you can tell, it's a square by the blue box. This is 60 colours with 3 ABs and 2 fairy dust. I apologise for the blurriness, my camera's not cooperating today. Total drills is 108,837. Okay. So, nice one, it's nice and bright. But you got a lot of yellows and greens and blues in this one. So, this one is going to be slightly difficult to get out. As you can see, there's the toolkit there. Okay. I'm not going to go through the toolkit again because it's exactly the same as the one from my Leaky. Okay. So, this one's heavier, so you got your canvas there, and we'll get the box out of the way for you. Okay. Then you got your little legend schematic bit as well. I'll put that upside down for now. So this one is exactly the same as the other one. Okay, it's got all your details on the back. And then you got your bath time. So it's another bronze. Okay. They're cute. Look how cute that is. Again, I apologise for the blurriness of this thing. For some reason my camera's not cooperating with me today, so I do apologise. So again, that's another bronze. Bronze is the most common, so there is quite a few people that have all bronzes. I mean, I'm one of them, to be fair. I'm not too fussed, I just enjoy collecting the cards. Okay, so you've got Bath Time, okay, by Yuumei Art. It's This camera is not being good. I apologise for my hand. There we go. Not so blurry for now. Here is another image if you can see it. Again, it's probably going to be blurry, so I do apologise. Excuse me. Again, these are all stickers, okay? So if you've got like a logbook or something, if you keep a logbook, you can put them into your logbook without problem. Okay, and you've got 60 colours, all nice and bright and cheery, look. Okay. You've got 3 ABs and 2 fairy dust down at the end there, okay? So I'll put this away, get out of the way. This, swap it around. Okay, and then get the canvas as well, okay? Put that out the way for a sec. Open that or ripping it to shreds. It'll be grand. There we go. There, get it out of the way. And there we go. And then there are your drills. Nice, great big pack of drills there. Nice greens and blues and stuff. Okay. You've got 3 ABs with this one and 2 fairy dust, I think. I'll see if I can find them. I apologise for the rustling. The amount of drills that are in here, I might not be able to find them, so I do apologise, but I do actually see that there is one of your ABs. Your Aurora Borealis, okay? So it's got like a sparkly coating on the top, okay? That will make it stand out, okay? Nice and bold, okay? They'll pick up light from the drills that are around it, make them sort of pop, okay? That is one of your ABs. I had a chance to show you, obviously, the Mielikki was one of the rare ones that didn't actually have any ABs in her. She had fairy dust instead. So I'll see if I can find a fairy dust. I'm not going to promise anything, I'm afraid, because there is quite a few drills in this one. There is your orange AB. You can see it a lot better, the coating a lot better on that one. Okay, see that shine that you've got on there? That is your coating, okay? Okay, I might not be able to show you very well, unfortunately, because of whereabouts it is, but that green is one of your fairy dust. Okay, you might be able to see it on a few of the top corner here, but unfortunately it's very difficult to see, but you get like a mica powder. I apologise, things are falling out all over the place. I may apologise. So it's going to be very difficult to see, unfortunately, but that has like a mica powder encased in the drills. Okay, so they shine as well. They're just not as in your face as the ABs are. Okay, they're a bit more supple. Okay, but I am not going to attempt fate and mess around with these, because I will not. With them being so many in there, I definitely won't get them back in. Okay, so there we go. Again, I apologise for the rustling, and I apologise for knocking you. Okay, I know some people don't like rustling of bags and whatnot, so roll this canvas back just to help it lay flat. Again, this doesn't harm the canvas in any way. With it being poured glue, it won't harm it. It's only if it's double-sided adhesive that it will likely do damage. Okay, So roll, roll, roll. Shuffle, and there we go. Now I don't know how well you can actually be able to see this because it literally covers the whole of my table. So how well you're going to be able to see this, I don't know, but it's literally top end to bottom end of my table. Okay. Yeah, you're missing out little bits on the top and bottom, but look at how cute that is. Nice bright canvas full of greens, blues, yellows. The adorable little husky getting a bath. Now I believe Yuumei Arts has huskies of her own, which may be the inspiration behind this kit. Because I believe she has 2 huskies herself, which is quite cool. Yeah, as you can see, I love the fact that she's just surrounded by plants. And a big window, she's got a big bay window there as well. Okay, it's so cute, it is so bright. Okay, I'll have a quick look as best I can where I can find these drills. As I said, it is quite a long canvas, it's 103. So it is quite a long canvas. Get that one, no meal slip. Okay, so I've got 2 ABs, okay. One is an orange, 741, and one is like a light turquoise, which is 3846. 3846 by the look of it, okay. So orange is the A, the turquoise is like the right side and upside down T is the best way I can explain it. So you've got a little bit of the A sort of there. There's not a lot of them, they're sort of like sprinkled sort of in dribs and drabs. I apologise, there's a fly knocking around, buzzing and driving me mad. So there's a little bit in the bottom as well, okay. I'll find this upside down, right side up T. If that makes any sense whatsoever. There's a little bit down in the bottom here, okay. Little bits here, okay. Little bits sort of knocking around here at the top. Okay, I do apologise if you can't see this very well, guys, because it is quite a long kit. Okay, so there's a little bit sort of in here. Then you've got a white AB as well, which is the dot. Okay, so that is any white gaps you can see. So any white bit up in this flower here, these plants here, little bits of dots knocking around here, bubbles around the husky as well, little bubbles on the floor, bubbles near the little girl. They're all your AB 5200, okay? So any white you can see is all your 5200, okay? And then you've got 2 fairy dust, okay? You've got 907 and 3078, which is an N and a slash. Okay, so right away I'm seeing the slash sort of in the tiles on the floor here. Okay, some in the, I suppose the lighting of the top, on the top of the heads here. All in the lighting on the tail of the husky and in the water there. These bubbles, okay, the light yellow you see on the bubbles rising above the girl's head. It's all yellow as well, okay. And the end was the green, wasn't it? So again, you see it in little bits here, little bits sort of along here, and a lighter green sort of here. So it's roughly where you're going to see some of the yellow, okay. Again, there's not a lot of it by the look of it, okay. So you get it sort of, it's mostly in the centre, okay, round where the little girl and the husky is. You get some in the tiling on the floor, so from the reflection on the floor where obviously they'll have water everywhere. You get a few sort of in the lighter bits of the plant edge as well. Okay, that is Bath Time. It's a nice bright canvas. It's absolutely adorable. As I said, it is a massive kit, but with the amount of detail you've got in this kit, it needs to be big. Okay, but she's absolutely adorable. Okay, so I'm going to kit this one back up, put it away, and then I'll bring the other kit back and I'll let you go. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay guys, I'm back. So there we have it. There is the two kits I have to show you today. Both square, both roughly, well I say roughly around the same size. There's about 20 centimetres in it from lengthwise. But you've got Mielikki, Lady of the Forest, okay, which is your new release from a couple of weeks ago, and Bath Time, okay. Now, I never thought to check. I don't know if they're in stock. I don't think Mielikki is in stock at the moment, I'm afraid. I think she's sold out. Bath Time, I'm not too sure. I never thought to check before I started. But if she's not, I know Mielikki is not in stock. So if you're interested in getting her, put your email address in the notify me box. Okay, and you should get a restock notification when she comes back in stock. Okay, Bath Time, I'm not too sure. I'm afraid they may be still in stock, they might not be. Okay, but I hope you enjoyed what I've got for you today. I hope I didn't bore you to tears with showing you these. Okay, I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you may be in the world. Okay, I hope you have a good time wherever you are, and I will try and see you again soon. Bye guys.